There she is.
Haunts me big time when I take it out of the room and then forget to bring it back.
Yeah.
That's when she really gets mad at me.
Yeah.
But she knows all
So
I'm
you
doing.
have to hide it now?
I hide it, but it's
lovely.
yeah, I either hide
It's
it
just
here or
lovely.
sometimes I put it in the piano. But usually I put it
Very
behind
nice.
this. I mean, these are Christmas decorations, but they look good, so we just leave them up here.
My one room in my home, I keep one room always Christmas.
Yeah.
I have angels and Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
It's because it's happy.
Yeah, so it's like this. That's where I hide her ring now. Usually is back in the.
Do people see people in that mirror?
No.
Do people see any images in that mirror? I don't feel like that's a real old mirror. Is that more new?
I think it's a Benninghoffen piece. I'm not
There's
positive.
Shannon.
That would be the originals
1920s?
of the house. No, a Wilhelmina's
Are there
or
any
her
kids in
daughters.
here?
So it's an 1800s?
Are there any kids in here?
I'm gonna guess 1890s.
Well,
Kids?
it felt more
What are you
like
getting?
it's in
Are there any
the-
kids in here?
There are some kids, absolutely. I don't feel them in this room right
They're
now.
in this room
Yeah.
and they're tugging at my dress whenever.
come
They
Oh,
are.
Well, that's interesting.
I just was standing over there.
Curious. I don't think
How come they don't normally come downstairs?
Shannon, you're in more tune than you think you
I
are.
don't think Wilhelmina would want them in this room.
No,
They're over
no,
there.
She wouldn't like
They
that.
don't usually come downstairs if it's who I think it is.
Oh, boy.
They're curious.
Well, let's walk over here.
But you know, when Triumphs was here the first time, we had
Hey, Danny, say hi, Danny.
Parlor.
Hi.
We've never really identified.
Now tell 'em what
Standing
happened.
here. I'm standing here
Mm-hmm.
and I feel something behind me.
Turning the lights.
So I
People think
love.
you have to have the dark,
I don't see
have
anything
ghosts.
here.
That's so silly.
So
I know.
keep turning.
You know, that's what people come in
And I
and
just
they
feel
want to
something
do
like
ghosts,
behind
and
me
I'll
and
do
tugging
a
a
little day
little.
with the dividing
Me
rods.
too. I
But it
can't
feels
see
like
them.
it's
I'll
like
fall
it
down and
feels,
break my
I don't
neck
know,
and become
kid-like.
ghost.
Yeah.
Feels kid-like, huh?
It just
So
feels
let's go
kid-like.
back into the library.
I don't know.
Well, I like to remember that. Maybe bring a couple toys with us, balls or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So she's off and around me. I have her in orbs around me. I have one where I said, Amanda, can you be in this picture? And in the picture, there's a big
Well, I have a Wilhelmina.
The middle room where we have the
in orbs
TVs.
that I've caught.
Well, we could do the dining room. We can actually do that in a casual setting.
Because Wilhelmina's very prejudiced.
Do you see any
You're fine because you're Native
You know,
American.
We could
but
take
I
that,
have
we could take that room
Americans in here, she throws a fit.
that
Does
we're
not
talking about for the
in her
dining
parlor.
room
Well, I felt
and
very
do a
well.
part of it.
Yes, you're fine, but she does not
Figure
want
out something.
African Americans.
I think this should go to children.
I don't right here, no.
Well, what
I
I'm
don't right
saying
here.
is move the
Do you have
TV.
anybody in here right now?
I have a,
But then you have two
obviously
rooms you
there's
don't
books.
use.
I do feel that there is a man with the little kind of glasses that doesn't notice us. It's more like a, not an intelligent one with a
Residual.
residual.
Residual
I feel
audio.
residual, studious man with the little glasses.
Okay.
And I don't know who it is, but he's just thumbing through the books.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think he's noticing us because it's a residual, not
Okay.
intelligent. I'm not feeling right now an intelligent,
I still-
anyone intelligent in here? No, I just-
I still think, I think my buddy here, I really think he followed me to the cemetery, and I don't think he's here
by
anymore.
myself.
No, I
Somebody
don't,
was messing with me.
I don't like the dark, I can't
I
see
don't
in the
think
dark.
so.
I see ghosts in the light,
That's-
and
I don't
it
know.
doesn't have to be dark.
Don't tell her.
My daughter
No.
follows me a lot.
That's why I asked
Because
if
she
she
passed a
sensed
few years
anybody
ago, and
here.
she shows up in pictures.
Well, she might be out in the
that's-
hall.
But she's still around.
Yeah, let's go.
She
Here-
even smacked my ex-boyfriend when he's being mean to me. She's
Because they're picking up little kids in
Yeah.
here. Let's go back in the hall if you're not picking up anybody
No,
in
I
here.
don't feel anybody here,
Because one of
except the residual.
mine disappeared.
Something about this, somebody who sits here, okay, hang on, male, with a tall hat and a three-piece suit and brown boots. Not boots, but shoe boots that came up to the ankles. Do you ever smell cigar smoke?
Yes,
That's who's smoking a cigar.
usually it's in the dining room.
I feel him right here, and he smokes. Does he ever pat ladies on the behind?
We have that problem upstairs.
Okay, I feel like he's down here right now. Should go sit on his lap, he'd like that.
Well, ask if his first name's Peter or Ferdinand,
I'm gonna get this
or none of the
to
above.
Kayla.
I don't feel it either of this.
No,
I
that's-
almost wanna say Robert? I feel a sound. I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
When you said Peter, I do feel there's somebody named Peter. I don't feel a Ferdinand, but a Peter, but whoever the guy with a cigar, I feel more of a name.
Last name, think about last name too.
I don't know what it is. It
Just
might
give it
come.
time, give it
It
time.
might
Yeah, just give it time.
let
I
it
just was,
settle.
that's why I was curious. I have a feeling that my one friend followed me back to the cemetery, and I actually went to his grave, and I think he went with me.
Well, this guy smokes a cigar, and I think you would smell cigars.
They both smoke cigars.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, but usually it's in the dining room. is
He's a
where I
very
smell it.
nappy dresser, this guy.
I wish I had a picture.
Three-piece, and with the shoe boot that's brown, and the vest.
Can you ask him if he's related to Wilhelmina?
I know it's dark right there, but don't look just darker.
In a side way, not like a brother, but almost feels like it's like a cousin or some
Okay,
side.
then it's
It
not
seems like
Peter.
more shade
Okay,
over
to
her.
the somebody
Like
he's
maybe
up
that's
to
her
the
energy
side, if
picking
you
up
know
or
what I mean. I
something.
can't quite explain
Well, there's a
it.
light that's
Instead of
flashing
a
Yeah.
brother,
Oh, okay.
to the side.
Robert.
Try to stand over there and see if you still
Is
get
he
it with,
saying
with the
Robert?
light
I
being
think
here and
it's
see if she's
Rob.
still
I want to
shining.
say Robert.
Well, that's an interesting,
See.
Who's that?
Excuse me.
Wilhelmina is John's second
Sorry, Bob.
wife.
Sorry about that.
His first wife, no, her name was Gertrude.
Who's Robert?
Robert, I believe, was he had two sons by his first wife, Gertrude. And then it was a scandal, she was having an affair with a local doctor. In fact, she was pregnant by him, so John divorces her and gets custody of the two boys. I think one of
was
theirs
named
name is Robert, I
Robert.
think.
Okay.
But he would have never been in this house.
Oh, that picture kind of bothers me.
That's Polly.
I don't know, it bothers me.
Yeah, that's Pauline Benhoff. She's the one that gave us the house.
I don't know why, I almost feel like she's just looks over everything and makes you, don't do that, don't do that. I don't know. Maybe she's a very nice lady, but for some reason she's kind of creeping me out. Sorry,
That's okay.
No offense, Miss Pauline, I'm sorry.
That's Wilhelmina's daughter.
Oh,
So,
Mom.
well, so we had nobody in here.
I didn't feel
except-
it, it's fellow residual looking at the book. Somebody with little bitty, those little pin.
Okay, now I know nothing about this stuff, but I've had another psychic say that there is a wood spirit
something.
in here.
I don't know what's a wood spirit.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. It's, Lynn. You've dealt with Lynn. Oh, you have? Anyway.
I don't know what a wood
Well,
spirit.
she says there's a spirit in this chair.
Okay.
An innate spirit, but then you're getting denied a treating in this chair.
He's a residual, I don't think he's a, he doesn't even know we're here because I think he's a
Is it
residual.
him?
Only if
Can't
he
hear
wore
anything
bikini
here.
or have black.
Are you recording still?
I do whenever I have been on and off, not just straight through, so it's not like 100
This book
minutes.
here is the one that's in his lap. That's the time we're checking the paper. He never lived here, but we have a picture.
Are you wearing perfume? Are you wearing perfume? You're not? You smell that?
He's younger and he's thin, he's very studious, and he has little glasses.
Walk over here so you can smell it.
Which made me feel he was more residual than intelligent.
You smell that?
What is that?
I don't know.
Who's
Let's hear about the little boy.
This is a little, if, when you take a group through here, this is somebody that you might feel somebody tug like this.
That's,
In this room, I'm feeling it in here.
Okay.
Maybe we chased him out of that room, but I'm
Yeah.
feeling it more in here. It's a little boy, short, he's got short little pants, and there's a big button. Yeah, I almost feel like I wanna call him a T name, something with a T. It's Theodore or something like that. So, Teddy.
Yeah. That I don't know.
Don't know.
Uh-uh.
Might find out later, that's all
Yeah.
right, and we don't have to know.
Yeah,
But,
he's writing this down so we can do the
Oh,
history
oh, okay.
search.
Yeah.
Okay, little boy, and by the looks of, I wanna say 5 years old, he's light hair, and I think it's a T name, and I wanna say Theodore or Teddy, so I'm not sure, but I think it might be Theodore or Teddy. But he's in here and he's a good little boy, he just
Likes to
messes
do
around.
things.
He loves Christmas, he's talking about he likes it when it's all Christmassy.
Yeah.
Do you decorate this up?
Oh, yes.
He
it's
likes
part
that
of-
best.
It's part of the,
Christmas.
Oh,
Christmas
is it? I gotta fly back up here
yes,
in
you do.
December.
Now,
Okay.
in the other room, me and Shannon got a real strong scent of perfume. Does that mean anything?
We've had people smell perfume in there before, and I don't know. But
There's real
this has
strong one.
happened
Wear
before.
perfume.
Yeah, I don't either.
Spirits have smells, they
Yeah.
do.
That's
No.
bad.
Like tobacco
Well, the
or.
tobacco smell, like I said, I smell it in the dining room. And usually my two ghosts, the one who I'm afraid isn't here anymore, and Peter usually would go in there and smoke together. But,
Interesting. This is really lovely.
Yes, it is.
just see if there's anybody, this is a changing exhibit room.
Ooh, this side feels a little here.
that's what I'm saying. It's a little,
I don't know,
And
so
I don't-
maybe
I
that's
don't-
what it
I
is.
know, I just feel like
I'm
I'm
not sensitive to anything, so I know when we had our haunted inn, that, the kids were like a flash, you know, they would be like, or
lost.
grab, you know,
Yeah.
just toy around with someone or fool around with them, and then they were gone. And then they'd see them in another part of the house, and looking outside the doors, and, you know.
Keep
it's-
peeking, huh?
I feel like they like
Kept
the
peeking
touch
in
Where
and
the
out.
of
older
it.
folks, yeah, they're more stable, I think, as far as where they sort of reside or whatever. So,
Little mom, maybe that's why.
I almost want to say Calvin.
that's part of it, I'm sure.
Calvin, I don't know. Calvin.
I don't either, but we thought it was John Graff, who's there on the wall.
I mean, that's, I think what's the work
He was a doctor
You're
during
not
the
like some
war.
of the.
I'm not
stuff
feeling
you
him,
see
I
in
feel
some
like he's
pictures.
ascended, he's gone where he should go. I almost feel like somebody named Calvin
Could
is
be.
attached to some stuff here, I don't know.
It could
I
be
grew up with a German
something
thing.
beautiful you don't know
I
who they
feel
are.
goosebumpy and sad and.
Old lady Germans, the old.
Okay, well, let's go in the
Yeah,
dining room.
who's write down Calvin.
World War One.
I grew up, my.
Or one of the
my
World Wars, I
Native
associated with that
American
loss, sad, pain.
So half of them are rednecks.
Now, this is the room I smell the cigars.
That's what.
And he's doing all the handwriting because he has the best handwriting.
There by that chair.
Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
That's the other place they hang out. So
I don't feel anybody in here right now.
This is where we heard the tinkle, right, Kathy? Remember when I was here the other time, I heard the tinkle, and it came back, and you had a tea set, didn't you have like a tea set? And it was something about,
Well, this is the room we have fun with the silverware.
right, I remember
Remember
that,
you
and
telling
you put
us
it the
that.
wrong way, they
Well, you want-
had. But I heard tinkle here one time.
This is the silverware set we have problems with.
Shannon.
And big, all these teeth, type of teeth or something.
A lot of these rooms, I feel like, sort of like it, you're in, some of the people want to just kind of give us our space and they're kind of backing up to let us walk into the room. Some of that I feel like,
Yeah,
and those obviously are intelligent.
And that little chair.
because Wilhelmina will usually come in here and tell me off over the silverware. Is she upset with the silverware?
I don't feel, I still feel her in that other room.
Okay.
I still feel her in there. She's just kind of resting and,
She's probably laughing knowing that I put the silverware out.
no, the feeling I get from her is I trust you guys. I trust this group.
Oh, good.
It's all
Good.
right. Go ahead and do what you need. I'm gonna hang in my room here for a while.
Yes,
that's
we
fine.
need nothing but respect, and your
Yeah.
home is beautiful.
It is,
Yeah.
very.
Well, it's the only person she gets upset with is me and the former executive director that was here. That supposedly she said that she didn't like him, he had greasy fingers, and she ran him out of here.
Oh my.
And when
Oh,
I
goodness.
started here, I was told by Mike to never be in here by myself after dark. Or that she's past the point knowing I'm just testing her.
Yeah.
Yes. She's just amused and
Yeah.
it's all good. I trust y'all. You just
Yeah.
go enjoy my house.
She's
Where's that knocking coming from?
I heard
I
that
think
too.
it's me.
It's
Is
on
it?
the floor.
It's like something's, if I move,
The floor sometimes is
maybe
doing.
something's kind of, hear that?
That's,
Okay,
it's
that's
just
what it
a
was.
vibration.
Yeah.
Every time I take a step, it's
It's
like.
vibration.
It's like vibration.
Hey, come on, the
Was-
house is 155 years old.
Is it my eyes or was this slanted a little bit more?
Was it?
It's your eyes.
Is it
It's
my
your
eyes?
eyes. I
Okay.
It
haven't
must be
noticed
your
it.
eyes.
Yeah, I'm just
Because
making
if
sure.
anything's gonna happen, if Wilhelmine was really upset, it will do this.
Oh, I'll do that. Okay.
Something very,
Obvious.
Because I have purposefully misset the table. And she used to get very upset now. I think I've done it enough times that she laughs and knows I'm testing.
so let's do this and see when we come back.
If it's any different,
Yeah,
good
Oh,
idea.
don't make it that hard, just that way.
okay.
Because
okay.
Yeah.
this is what she gets upset over is the
Okay,
knife.
okay, so is that the way it should be?
No,
No, it should be
Okay, the other
pointed
way.
the other way.
And then what about this? Is this the way it should be?
that's backwards.
That's
No,
back-
just leave it.
Like, perfect.
Perfect.
We'll come back and see.
This is one of my fun ones because if I get a young psychic in here, they have no clue how to formally set a table.
I was taught that in home ec back in the 50s or
Me too.
60s or whenever that
Me
was.
too.
I enjoyed the entire 50s and 60s.
Yep. So,
Well, I didn't enjoy it too much because I remember it.
Yeah.
let's go upstairs.
Let's go down.
We don't know. And the only thing I know is that I've had somebody that wasn't a psychic says she comes in here a lot of times bringing handicapped children and we do tours for
I
them.
feel child with this. I feel
And
so
she
bad.
Sounds
says she
like-
sees a young lady coming down the stairs.
Somebody young
Right, I feel
fell.
something right here.
Fell.
They get hurt.
They didn't die, but they got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're young. But I don't feel a death with
Yeah.
them. So
Yeah, we're going up. Yeah.
Upstairs gets more interesting, doesn't it, Kathy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Maria, you've been here enough that you know how many of these stories are meshed.
Yeah, they're very familiar to me.
the landing here, there's something happening here. What's up with
I don't know, one of my volunteers fell down the stairs, broke an ankle.
this? It would have been the upper one.
Right
Did she
here.
land on the landing? Okay. Because I don't feel death here, but there's something happened here that was like, whoa.
Peggy did it about 4 years ago.
Okay. The other thing I'm feeling
Is
here
she
are
still on?
kids,
Peggy?
some children. Some children that are just sitting here playing something, little game, something right here.
Jax.
I feel jacks too, yeah, except it wouldn't be carpeted though. Was it carpeted? You can't play jacks on carpet,
Did you hear a voice
but anyway.
behind us?
How would you know? You're just a girl.
I played jacks in the 50s, but I played
I heard
them
something.
on the sidewalk.
If I do, it's on here.
Nobody had, I had two
You were
older.
rolling dice
Yeah,
too.
I want you to stay, keep that on up here,
And the
okay?
older
Yeah.
kids played, the younger ones, and I was left like an only child. Had to make my own fun.
There's that smell
Oh, I
again.
loved, we had a claw back tub, I loved this. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at this, oh. You know what, I hated our old claw tub, and now they're so in vogue.
That's my favorite one in the house.
Is it?
What's in there?
It's just,
What's
it's a
that?
little closet.
Oh, wow.
The door is long, I don't care.
You know what, I get a headache in this room, I don't know why. Some.
Oh, wow.
The door is long, I don't care.
You know what, I get a headache in this room, I don't know why. Somebody have a head injury in here?
I feel lightheaded.
I have a headache. I don't know why. Somebody have why? Somebody have why? Somebody have a head.
Wow.
The door is long, I don't care.
You know what? I get a headache in this room. I don't know why. Somebody have a head injury in here?
I feel lightheaded.
I have a headache. You have a head injury in here?
I feel lightheaded.
I have a headache.
I just got my headache, and it's.
I got lightheaded too.
There's something in here that's makes my head swim and it hurts.
I wonder if he came down here.
I think that's
Oh.
up here on the top.
It's not evil. Maybe somebody had a head injury. There's something in there. I see it's gone now. It's gone.
No, it's taking my breath away being in here, and I feel something right here.
As soon as you step out, it'll go away. My headache went left. I don't know what that was.
Well, let's look at the cruise.
Walk in there. I feel like I'm ready to pass out. I'm telling you. Walk over to the sink. You feel anything?
Big room.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is.
Does it feel?
It's thick.
Yeah.
But I got
I've-
lightheaded when I came up the steps, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Is that pin there?
Where?
Right there.
I still don't see it. You know I'm blind.
It's right here.
What is that?
It's a little bump. It's like one of those little pins. I didn't see it when I came up.
I didn't either.
It's in here.
She's slim and just kind of feels like this.
Is a name coming to you?
Huh?
Is a name coming to you?
Penelope? She looks like she should be named Penelope. I don't know if that's her name, but she looks like a, you know how people look like a name? She
Yeah.
looks like a Penelope, but she's very delicate and,
Shannon spotted this on the floor
Sickly.
in there.
what is that?
It's just a pin.
Where,
Yeah.
where in the bathroom?
No, out in
it
the
was
hallway of the
right on
bathroom.
the steps.
I'm gonna step in that bathroom again and see if that happens again.
Yeah, that was.
That was weird.
I felt like I was gonna pass out. Honestly.
I felt swimmy and my
Yeah.
head hurt.
I was gonna say, usually this room is.
Over this way.
Oh, I might say, put me in the woods, I can find it. On a horse. Well, shoe house, that's white man house.
Right.
I have to feel the nature. Oh,
Heavy.
Is this the one that you seen from the back?
Yeah.
I feel like this and my head aches.
No, that's the window from the back right there, though.
What the frick, man?
I told Danny outside. We were staying there. I was looking at that window. I was looking at that window right there, and as I said, that area I don't like.
Something weird in there. I don't know what. A vortex, perhaps?
I don't think it's somebody that belongs there.
It's just, I don't know what it is. Woo!
I'm telling you, I had to lean on the way out. Just
I don't usually have that happen. That's unusual. Vortexes can do that.
well, we're gonna find out definitely. Hopefully.
Well, I'm glad you. Well, I'm not glad you felt bad too, but I'm glad it was validated.
Yes.
I wasn't just me.
I'm not happy it happened to you, but I'm glad somebody else has experienced it.
Gotcha.
And Shannon said she felt really heavy in there. So that was.
Strange.
Did you walk in there, Danny?
Did it affect you? No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very.
Yeah, you gotta see this.
I'm just
Kathy,
curious
show her what this is.
if this is a Victorian modesty for pulling off your shoes because you didn't
Really?
want them to see your
People
ankle.
were not allowed to see
So you
ankles.
see the
Oh,
boot
wow.
jack. You'd
So
go
it would
through
cover
here
their
and pull
ankle and
the
they would
boot
hook their heel into that little slot.
That is literally
But
wow.
I would really be shocked.
But who would
right
see
now.
it in the bedroom
Oh, yeah.
anyway besides her husband? or
Well,
something?
normally this would have been downstairs
Oh, it
or
would-
something.
Oh.
This is a new piece.
This just came in. That's why I wondered this Penelope if she maybe came in with this piece.
I could use that for my work boots after
Is
work.
Penelope part of the house?
No.
Penelope is she not attached to that? Penelope. I don't know if she was a friend, a family. She lived here. I don't know.
She could have been a servant. We don't
She's-
know. We only
No.
know one servant's name.
Not a servant.
Okay.
She was maybe a cousin that came to visit. But she's very light and sickly and white,
Okay.
and like anemic. And
She's not Nina.
Was Nina blonde and real?
I think Nina might have been blonde. Nina dies of spinal meningitis in the house.
This gal, as I said, she looks like she should be named Penelope, but I could see Nina too. The one Nina I knew did actually look kind of like that
Yeah.
too. And I went to school with a Nina, and she, you know how people look like their names?
I mean, her name isn't Nina, but that's what she went by.
Yeah.
We call her, she's Wilhelmina II. She's Wilhelmina and John's middle daughter.
So, and it could be, but I feel more like she was maybe a visiting cousin or
Could be.
somebody who
Yeah.
came to get their strength back.
Could be.
It did just, I almost feel like they would bring a doctor to see her or something like that. But she was trying to get her health. It may be a tuberculosis.
Yeah.
That might be it. Gosh, that's an ugly painting.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
The head is like
Isn't that awful?
hydrocephaly or something, and ugly.
No, they did that in the old days. That's not the body of the child.
And thank
Oh,
goodness
it's not?
this isn't my two little kids upstairs, because I always tell everybody how ugly these
That is an
pictures are.
ugly picture. Or bad painter.
Yeah, I
She
forgot
said
to tell you to
the
take
kids
pictures.
would
Well,
not
I
sit still.
didn't want to.
So
And
they
so
painted the
that's loud.
body and
You're
then
loud.
And then they
afterwards.
would put the heads on
Put the
later,
head on.
and so that's why they're always out of proportion. I
Right,
know.
and they never matched them up.
That's the Gerber sisters.
Oh my gosh.
And they're from Oxford.
Are they?
I'm
Yeah, they're from
an
Oxford.
Oxford townie.
One's Han, and I don't know what the other one's first name is, but they're
I love
ugly
this clock
pictures.
too.
This one's not quite as bad.
Yeah, they're
It's a
sisters.
little more proportional.
Yeah.
The painter was not very talented, I'll just tell you that. My mother was an artist.
Well,
but-
if you would see the other piece that we have by this artist, you would say that she was very talented. It's a pen and ink of a little girl with a cat, and it's the most adorable thing you've ever seen.
Maybe it was out of her head instead of an
Yes.
actual, yeah.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
is not good.
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't like the Gerber sisters.
Look behind that.
Ooh. I feel like something's hiding.
Thank you. Yes.
Who are you? See if Kayla felt it.
Okay.
Look at these toys, Sheila.
And I had an oily complexion, and Mom said, later you'll be glad. And they all ended up wrinkly, and I
Humpty
didn't.
Dumpty
Yep.
suckers.
Thanks, Mom.
There's the one I'm not gonna mess with.
Oh, excuse me.
She's actually a wax-headed doll, and she just melted a little bit.
She looks like she's tough.
Yeah, she's disgruntled.
Look at the trains.
Disgruntled.
Yeah, poor girl.
This one looks a little surprised.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem
I'm interested in
with dolls.
seeing. So we took that picture just now.
Yeah.
I'm interested when we come back, taking another picture and seeing if anything's.
Yeah, good idea.
Please,
You know, you're pretty smart.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Please take note, you guys. No walking through to the back of the room to set up cameras in here.
Okay.
Yeah, not in this room.
Okay. So,
Can you-
right,
Will
yeah.
die.
That, maybe in front of the
One good
room,
way to get evicted.
maybe in the doorway.
It's one good way to get
Yeah, it
evicted.
is. It is.
Sure, go
Look
ahead.
at the room.
One way of.
This room actually still has original carpeting.
Oh, Raggy.
Yeah, she just came in.
What's that Raggedy Ann doll? Annabelle.
Annabelle,
It
yeah.
was
I
Annabelle.
have some 7 real old, the original Raggedy Ann
Oh,
books
goodness.
that my friend fished out of the garbage in Oxford.
Oh, my
Somebody
goodness.
threw them away.
What's wrong?
Those
I
are
read them
scary.
to my
I know,
kids. I
those
read
are
them to
the
my
apple
granddaughter.
Now, are
Those are
these,
all
any of these dolls haunted that anybody knows
I bet
of?
they all are.
Yeah, but nobody's ever picked anything up on the dolls.
I don't feel anything.
I just don't trust that one in the red
No.
dress.
Red dress.
Yeah, she has a little entity with her, I think.
She
Do you get a
creeps
picture
me
of that,
out.
Shannon?
Yeah, I will.
I usually don't have a problem with the dolls.
I just ignore
John
it.
Saffis said that's what #1 haunted
another
in his
picture of this.
in his
Yeah.
collection of museum is dolls.
Nope.
And I have somebody who's an expert on dolls too, so.
Yeah, that red dress one is a little spooky.
It's just her eyes, and then whoever her aura had been gave her a haircut.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so
Her
she-
eyes were
Oh,
shut.
bucks.
Were her eyes shut?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Well, let's put it this way, they've always been open.
Have
while I've
they?
been
Oh,
Optical
okay.
illusion wise, depending on where you stand, it could
Yeah.
look shut.
Oh, yeah, I see, okay.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Optical, no pun intended.
Yeah.
An eye illusion.
Yeah. It's beautiful. This room too. A lot of toys.
Dolls freak me out.
Where? Oh yeah, yeah.
I guarantee you there'll be.
Oh, yeah.
Touch me, baby. I don't get spooked by this stuff at all. They can smack me.
What are you sensing in here?
I'm actually sensing him being busy and a little annoyed, but not mean or anything. Like, I'm busy, don't make any noise, or, you know, I might, you know.
Where is he?
I feel like he's over here.
Okay.
But I feel a peaceful feeling in here too, of a female. It's like almost two different eras almost.
Huh.
Like
That's interesting.
layers, you know what I mean? Like one earlier and one a little later.
Can you see the gentleman? If I showed you his picture, would you know?
Hang on, let me see. Somebody I see has dark hair that's thinning on the top. It's wispy.
Tell him that you lived in Oxford.
Oh yeah, I'm an Oxford townie. Yep, I'm from Oxford. I'm an Oxfordian. But I live in Florida now. I hope you don't hold that against me. You know what? I've got a cold breeze on my right side. Hey there. You can touch me if you want. Doesn't scare me. So he's approving that I'm from Oxford. Okay, it left now. So what does he to do with Oxford?
Tell you in a minute.
Okay.
This is him. But this is right before he dies. This is a very old picture.
The
of him.
guy I saw didn't have that much hair on top.
Well, like I said, this is. I don't know when this picture was taken.
Oh, okay. The guy I see was getting, well, he looks like he could be getting thin on top,
Yeah.
and I see wispy on top. Looked like he used to have dark hair, then he got wispy and, not bald, but real wispy on top.
It's a candy wrapper.
You say the male kind of felt
He's busy.
restless?
No, I don't feel restless. I just feel like he's busy and kind of annoyed that we're bugging him.
Well, that's normal for him.
James
McBride name mean anything to you? From being from Oxford?
No, I grew up there.
How about McBride Hall at Miami University?
Oh, there's so many of them, I can't remember them all. I just remember Fisher Hall.
Sorry, James.
Sorry.
Sorry. You're talking with James McBride.
Okay.
This is his desk, and he gets very annoyed.
Yeah, he's working, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
But where I'm seeing him, the guy's got wispier hair.
Yeah.
But when we talked about it, I had a cold, I felt like there must have been a spirit around me. Maybe he just patted me and went, oh, an Oxford person.
Yes. He
So-
likes it when people either went to Miami University or they're from Oxford.
I went one term there, but I grew up in Oxford, all the 50s and all the 60s, and then I joined the Air Force in '68.
I'm going to ask you,
No, it feels like
ask
back
him one
here,
more
but
Did you?
question. What's the
Address?
last, if he can tell you who was the last president he remembered?
God, I don't know. I all of a sudden heard, I don't know.
The reason I asked is we had some people in here that were doing voice synthesizing, and they were trying to provoke him, and that was
Oh,
one of
that's
the, and
mean.
I thought it was
hate
horrible.
that. I never do
But that was
I
one
don't
of the
like provoking
questions they
either.
asked him, and what he told me what he said in
President Trump, dummy.
Yeah.
because what he said, I thought he was wrong,
But then
but
he was
wasn't right. I mean, he was right because McBride dies in November of 1860.
I don't know my president.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, he dies in November of 18, now I'm getting my years screwed up. What year, Civil War starts in
Civil War,
1860.
1865, right?
Yep, okay, so he dies November of 1859,
1859.
because when he did the voice synthesizer, he said Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is elected in November of whatever the year is, but doesn't take office until the following March.
So who was, I don't know my president.
Well, if what we got on the voice synthesizer was correct, Lincoln would have been elected. He died 2 weeks after Lincoln was elected, but Lincoln doesn't take office until March. That's why I
Who
asked
was the
you.
president then?
It would have been Pierce,
Oh.
I think, was ahead of him.
I don't even
He was
know all the
right.
president's names.
Huh?
I'm not ashamed to
Yeah,
say.
that's why I was
Yeah.
curious on that question.
Yeah.
They were
The
provoked.
thing is, they're aware of current history and like people's relatives that great grandma knows when you've had babies and that you named her a middle
Yeah.
name after great grandma. They
Yeah.
know stuff. So he probably knows Trump's in office.
Yeah, okay. Who knows?
They keep up on stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. Intelligent hotties anyway.
Yeah, no, the residuals obviously are
Yeah.
just a,
He is happier. My headache's going in and out.
what, do you know anything about that bathroom? Why we got a
Yeah.
weird feeling in there? I got a headache and I felt really
And you
dizzy.
did
I
it
felt
the
like-
second time around?
I went in again and I'm like, whoa.
I felt
Now
like-
I have no idea on the bathroom.
Almost feel like somebody,
Something else
Yeah.
is something
it's a
else
vortex
is there.
or something. I don't know.
Because this is usually the room we have the most activity in, is this room here.
I feel a gentleness, I feel layers, I call it layers, which would be different time periods. There's somebody maybe in the 1800s, and he's working and he's a little annoyed. I get someone later, and it's a woman, and I feel a calmness, a peacefulness that she's being domestic. I guess is the best way I can
Yeah.
describe it.
Now, when I walked right here in front of the bed where that outfit is, I just felt like an energy stopping me. Like, okay, that's close enough.
That woman didn't want you near her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, we've had people that have not been able to walk through this door.
Really, I don't have a problem with this room. I did with that one room with the, I wanted to cry with the one with the soldier stuff. Calvin, I don't know who Calvin is, but
Yeah.
I want, it sounds like Calvin.
I leaned on it.
This is really neat. What a cool place.
He never lets us down, does he? He's always there.
And don't bother me there.
Yeah, that
And he's
bathroom.
always the same reaction.
Yeah.
He's busy working at his desk. That's James McBride.
Yeah. You have a picture of him downstairs too, don't you? Or no?
We get a picture, Danny. We get a picture. That's very old, isn't it?
And I
Okay.
see another story.
Her? Her?
Yes. Did you take a picture of the red, on the red dress?
Yes, and I took a picture of her because I don't know.
I felt something in here, like sorrow,
Did you?
when I looked at the trains. It's like over that way. Down where the cars are at.
Oh yeah, I see that.
They're missing their toys maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel that.
You feel it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the only thing I felt so far.
it's really sad.
I don't think this is it, but I'm hearing somebody say Cunningham. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sometimes I get just random stuff
Yeah.
from other people that are wanting to get through. Might be like
You know, when I
somebody's
asked you
relative.
about John Graff downstairs, the World War I uniform,
Oh,
this bed and this desk the table belonged to John Graff.
oh, that's
Oh,
why I
wow.
saw military and
That's-
male. Okay. Yeah.
You
So,
know, and I'm kind of like,
well, he wasn't in that room down there. There was another person down there.
He's in his bed.
I feel him here. Yeah, military and male.
Mhm.
So that would be it. Yeah. Well, thanks for giving me that message there, my
yeah,
dear.
I was gonna say, and the only reason I know that is his relatives were in here about a year and a half ago, and they knew they donated stuff
Really?
here, and they came in, they
Oh,
said, yeah, it's
wow.
this
That's
bed and
nice.
it's that table. So that's how I know this came from the
Well,
Graff
he's
family.
attached, I guess. Maybe he's taking a nap.
Yeah, his daughter donated it.
That's neat.
Oh, that room downstairs
But
where
I
you
didn't
feel
feel
kids
him at all
tugging
in
at
there.
you.
I didn't. I felt
You'll be in there
whoever
by
was in
yourself
that room was
that
not any high ranking.
that sounds
person. They were
terrible.
somebody
I'll be in the
like
next room.
Yeah.
infantry
Well, I hope you can hear me
that
scream through
would've
the walls.
bled and died and suffered and
Well, it could be somebody
Who's
that
the-
John Graff, being a physician, treated too.
could be, but he didn't make it.
Who's the woman in the picture here?
I just know her name's Mrs. Smith,
Mrs. Smith.
and she's the mother of the two hanging in the other bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, she's
The man and woman, not the little kids.
Oh, got the little kids, okay.
Yeah.
Do you sense any kids here?
Not in this room.
Anybody picking kids up here at all?
Not in this room.
Not in this
I think
room,
there
no.
were some,
In the hallway.
yeah.
Me and Danny felt in the playroom. We felt sorrow.
Yeah, where the trains are at.
But you are picking 2 kids up, male or female, in the hall?
I've had a little girl feeling, of course, around the dollies where that tea set thing.
Okay.
I feel a little girl with ringlets.
Okay, let's go back in to see Mr. McBride again for a second.
I felt like standing out here, somebody was like kind of like doing this to my dress. It was flowing a little bit.
Yeah, kids usually do that.
Like maybe they were going like this
Yeah.
back and forth. Yeah.
Because you know Kylie always would
Okay,
tug
Yeah.
on my
ringlets,
dress.
is she
And
blonde or brunette?
What?
The ringlets, blonde or
I
brunette?
feel like it's a brown hair.
Well, is it Isabella or is it Anna?
Oh, I don't know, I didn't see these guys.
Isabella.
Hang on a second, God, the paintings are just not very pretty. I don't call this one blonde, I call that light brown hair.
And that's who you're,
That's who,
that's
her.
Isabella.
That's
her.
who I'm picking up on
Yeah,
too.
that's
Yep.
her. No offense.
Anna, where are
What'd
you?
I say to you?
I know
Listen
where
to
you
you.
are,
yeah,
Anna.
Isabella.
Anna's
Was I
probably
right?
right here.
Yes, you
When
were.
I'm upstairs, supposedly she's attached to my hip.
Is she?
This
Do you
is the
know
one I've
about-
seen.
Did she have an illness? Do you know
Hi,
her,
Isabella.
about her?
She lives into her 70s. She dies at 57. Neither of them ever marry. She takes care of their mother.
Uh-huh.
And all I know, we know very little about Isabella other than she dies in Columbus at the age of 57.
Wow.
They're brought back, she's brought back here and she's buried at Greenwood. We know a lot about her sister Anna.
Well, this is the one by the tea set.
Yeah, that's the giggler.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. What
That
was?
the what?
The giggler.
I'm sorry. What was her last name?
Owens.
Owens?
Do you remember
Yeah.
Owens and when we were in Greenwood?
Anna Owens.
Do you remember
Isabel
anything?
Owens, Jones.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Isabel Owens.
Yes.
You picked her up at Greenwood?
Yes.
We had that on camera.
We got that on camera
That's
too.
her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
And that's her sister Anna. This is the one I've seen.
And a lot of us, yeah.
Those are the one. Those are the ones that we had all of that
Yeah.
energy from.
Energy from. Yeah.
Downstairs where the military stuff was.
That's why I asked you your last name because
Yeah,
we
it's Owens.
recently did a thing
It's
at
Owens.
Greenwood. Okay.
They're here.
That's awesome.
Their house was 2 blocks from here. It's been
Oh
torn down.
wow.
It's where,
Oh, it has.
I think it's where the Markham Apartments went up. Or
Yeah.
else it's Markham Park, but it's right in that area on
Okay.
2nd Street.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Isabella.
Yep, that's Isabella. She's the giggler. This one's the quiet one. That's
Quiet
Anna.
one. Yeah, she looks more serious.
Yeah.
Isabella looks like a jokester.
Uh-huh. Everybody usually hears them giggling and running up and down the
Really?
hall. When I saw them, they were out here in the hall playing.
Were they?
Yeah.
Maybe that was the reason your dress swayed back and
Yeah.
forth. You
I
know.
mean, because I was standing like this, and it stopped.
You said it was kind of like kids going like this.
Yeah,
you know
but
how
it
they do?
started like.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I kept feeling something on my leg.
Yeah. These 2 are very active.
Wow.
I wonder if that. No, I felt a little boy downstairs. Though.
Yeah.
That was a little boy.
Yeah.
That wasn't a little.
Well, we're going to go back in another room. We've had a little boy that people have been picking up in the hall.
Kathy, she said that the one that was making her cry downstairs, he's stuck here, he needs to go.
She's got her room.
He's
She's been in with
lost.
the kids.
He's lost.
He's
He
lost.
needs to cross. Okay, so
maybe we can help him
if
do
she had
that.
sage, she said she would help him with that, but she didn't bring, you don't have sage here.
Um,
And she's got one
What
of
happened
the
to
biggest
it?
literally shells.
I have sage, but I don't know where it's at. It's in
Well,
one of my boxes.
when this one group was here, and then they did some cleansing thing, she left it outside.
You got this.
And I'm thinking it was sage, but I don't remember what I did
Not
with
like
it.
old magazines
I
where
know
it's
what
stuff
you
that's got.
Maybe if we can find sage today,
Yeah.
we
Okay,
can come
you
back.
wanna go
in the
down the
morning.
hall?
Yeah.
Just go, I'm just gonna turn these lights off so it can come back up.
He's very, very sad.
Oh.
Is that the
That
little
is that
boy?
why I felt sadness? Okay.
Usually the little boy is down here, that's why you're still picking up the little boy?
No, I keep thinking about that sad guy down in that military.
Oh, it's a guy. Not it's a man, not a child.
No, it's a different place I'm talking about.
Danny. I found out why we felt sadness.
What's
It's
that?
because there's a little boy that's don't belong here and he's lost.
I got you.
She was saying a little boy or a man.
Or a military man, I'm sorry, military man that's lost.
I got you.
So maybe we can help him move on. Is this just another area of bedrooms or? Okay.
No, I have no
Oh, look at the map of Butler
See
County.
what I'm saying? That four people are not gonna
No,
figure out this
no.
place. And you haven't seen the rest of it until you go.
This place is amazing.
Yes, yeah.
See the old Butler County map, Shannon?
Let me leave you guys up here, let me go downstairs.
Oh, these are so pretty.
I might know where the sage is.
Okay.
Oh, I would love to try and cross that valley. It's so sad.
You smelling something?
Smell that perfume again?
Yeah.
I know, I did too.
She's gonna look for sage. I'd like to
It,
try and cross.
it's like a flowery perfume smell.
Yeah, I'm smelling it
You
too,
smell it
but I
too?
think that's part of the,
House?
yeah.
I
Have you found anything in here?
very mildly, I don't feel real over, I see a picture of an old lady here. I'm not feeling, it doesn't feel vacant, like, you know how some feel totally vacant.
But not as active.
No, it feels very mildly like some spirit hanging, but I don't feel it very overtly.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not really sensing much.
But it's not like, you know how
I
some
think
feel
it's
real
kind,
empty.
yeah, I think it's kind of a feeling like, yeah, I know you're there. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take a nap.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
do my thing, yeah.
Do my
I'm
thing,
not
yeah.
feeling a whole lot. She's gonna look for sage and see if I can help that guy in the military room. I just wanna cry. He's,
If not, where do we have sage in the house? It's packed somewhere.
It's that or it's still in Florida.
It might be still.
I think it's in the laundry room. It's in that closet.
Yeah.
you
Do
did get
something
rid of that perfume thing,
for me?
that crazy lady.
Yes.
Use my energy. Like you're in this room.
Oh, fantastic. What is that place?
I don't know, the one group that was here, this stuff.
I just heard kids playing.
That's not safe.
What?
I just heard two kids playing.
Go in there, we've been on that one yet.
Are we loud?
Let's get a picture.
This is,
Yeah, okay.
this is what they, after they were here, did their investigation, they went outside and they burned this.
I never used the dress at one needs. To me, sage is more pure, white sage. Let me try this,
Okay.
because, it might work. Let me try it.
I'm not sure if they left this or if this is just something else.
It's very
that was-
pretty, but it doesn't look an authentic.
I have no idea it was sitting together.
This
This
is-
is what I was looking for.
You know how you know they're authentic? If they're glass beads.
They're not.
And they're not, this is white man made, just to look.
White man.
Well, sorry, well, she made.
Imitation.
Yeah.
We're preparing
Yeah,
that.
well, it was sitting there down there with it, and I thought, well, I'm gonna bring it up
Is he
too.
lost?
right?
See, I told you them engines was prejudiced too.
Yeah.
Anything back here in this back room?
I actually didn't feel it vacant and empty, but I felt it's just a mild presence, but nothing overt.
Okay.
But it's not. You know how some rooms are totally empty.
Yeah.
This one isn't.
Oh,
But
let's-
it's a gentle feeling. It's a gentle presence.
Did you go over here?
Oh no, I didn't.
This is a disaster, but we have picked stuff up in here. Oh, when you said that, here it is, the little boy in the suit.
Yeah.
Is this the outfit?
With short pants.
I'm talking about the
not
little boy.
short
Gotta
Well,
get
these
that
are
picture of him.
pictures.
Here, take the camera with you,
Yeah,
Kirk.
and I almost love there's a sailor. Sailor.
That's it.
He's wearing the sailor one.
He's wearing this?
Yes,
God.
yes.
I don't know
that
if
one.
this is the
It's
same
a sailor.
family.
It's a sailor outfit.
But
I know whose this was.
I didn't felt it was that herringbone. I didn't feel the check thing. I felt more like this kind of thing or a sailor collar.
Okay.
But he's a little
It's like a
guy.
wool. Yeah.
Boy, that would be uncomfortable.
Oh
on a
my
little child's
goodness,
skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Itchy. Ooh.
back there.
Well, let me try this sweet,
Okay.
sweet stuff.
I didn't realize there that it was, we just identified, we actually found pictures, so we have this boy wearing the apple, we have a box of glass slides, and we've been transferring them, and we actually have 3 pictures of him in this outfit
Who
in the
is he?
glass. Is it, no, George M. Flanner. George, what's the middle name? It's
Michael.
No, it's not Michael. Some
Is
strange.
he blonde? Is he a blonde?
Yes, he's blonde.
Well, maybe this was one of his outfits, but he looked to me like it could have been this kind of a shirt, but I didn't see this pattern. It looked more kind of a sailor kind of outfit,
Okay.
but actually it was more this color.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe he had different clothes on. I don't know.
Now I'm getting a smell. Now I don't know if I'm smelling your sweetgrass or what I'm smelling. I'm getting a.
I do smell it, and I think it's.
I smell that too.
Yeah, it's.
It's got to be other. Well,
Yeah.
you know what it almost smells like to me is marijuana.
Really?
Woo!
It's that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
smelling.
Okay.
I'm a child of
Me too.
60s.
I didn't use it. Well,
There's a video of it.
Yeah, I took a video.
Take it. Look at that now.
I don't recall that.
This stuff's cool here.
Yeah, it is. I don't recall being open like that, but I could be wrong.
I stood right
I'll-
by it and it wasn't open.
I'll
in my
look
head.
back and check. I'll show you guys if it is. Ooh. I keep getting like something's blocking the light.
Oh.
You know, like something's walking by it. Blocking it.
That picture is so real. I'm just expecting
I know, it looks
him-
real, don't it?
I'm seriously expecting him to like
Like move
Yes.
his eyes or something.
It's just so realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's following me down the steps.
And Andrew's ride to work canceled on him.
What?
Andrew's ride to work.
In the United States.
Oh
back
yeah,
in the
that's
day.
right, yeah.
And they have one down there that shows, it's a replica or, not a replica, but a miniature version of what they have in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
With the original
Oh,
Constitution.
really?
yeah, no, it's all
Sean,
He
Yeah.
likes you
good. It's
though.
all good.
I
Yeah.
was
He
proposing
should
that
like you.
before the
I look
hunts,
like
they do
him.
a ghost hunting 101.
I look like
And
his
this is-
daughter.
The room?
Is
Okay.
that what he's telling you? He likes blondes too, but, okay, ask him if it's Peggy's or his other wife's.
I don't hear Peggy.
So it's the other wife. Okay.
And is there a Rachel attached anywhere here? Rachel. I was hearing a Rachel name.
Don't know about Rachel.
I don't
Oh,
either.
we're going downstairs unless,
Oh, okay.
unless you pick something up and well, I forgot about one.
Yeah, this be perfect.
Those 3 red chairs up there, people have been getting stuff off those 3 red chairs.
I need to
This
sit
is
down
the
in a
laundry
chair.
that didn't get dry yesterday, for laundry day, so it should all be
We
dry
had a
now.
big day yesterday.
Oh, we
Is this-
did.
Is this where the
Yes.
Mosler safe?
Yeah, most of state stuff is
I'd
here.
love these guys to see that.
Oh, yeah, I'll turn the lights on. So,
Don't worry about that.
Oh wow.
And then, Kathy, this is where the nacho cheese Doritos and beer are?
That's
Bob's chair
He
right
can
there.
find those spirits.
yeah,
Oh, Moser
just,
Safe Company.
just go up and sit in one of the 3 red chairs, and I'll tell you the story
What
of.
are they,
Yeah.
the lower
Board
one?
of
Doesn't matter,
Education.
that's the one we use
I
for
like- I
we
like
use-
that.
We use that one for Santa,
I like
and
that.
we use, these 2 for Mrs. Claus.
Oh, this is a nice chair. Oh, I needed to sit down.
So, no, I think they wanted me to tell you the story of this over here. How many of you have seen the movie National Treasure?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, well, you know the whole idea is they've got to steal the Declaration of Independence,
Yeah.
right? Well, let me back up to during the Depression. Mosler Safe Company here in Hamilton is about to go out of business because their safes are so expensive. They get one huge order that keeps them in business through the Great Depression. Then along comes World War II. They start making turrets for the Sherman tanks, doing all this kind of other stuff, come out the other side of World War II smelling like a rose. Well, then in 1948, the president of Mosler gets a letter from the president of the Bank of Japan with these pictures. This is before and after Hiroshima, Japan, 1/4 mile from ground zero.
Oh wow.
What kept Mosler in business was the Bank of Japan. They built safes for all the banks. And not only does the Mosler safe survive the atomic blast, everything inside the Mosler safe survives the atomic blast.
Wow.
Wow.
So then the U.S. government comes to Mosler and says, you don't have to prove to us that you can survive an atomic bomb. So Mosler gets the contract to build what's at the National Archives. And this is the prototype working model
wow.
of what is at the National Archives
Caleb,
today.
So the actual document of independence, Declaration of Independence is at the National Archives.
National Archives.
And
It's in the Mosler safe.
And that is
So-
a great recreation.
So now I want to ask you, you picking up
Right here in
anything in this
Hamilton.
corner?
Hamiltucky.
Right here in
Are
Hamiltucky.
you picking up anything in here?
not on anything overt right now.
Okay, good, because I think I had a quack psychic in here, and she was telling me that these 3 chairs came out of a Baptist church, and she was trying to tell me that the minister was very ashamed and didn't want anything to know, and he couldn't cross over because of things he had done in his life. And I thought, that's why specifically when you said the chair, that's the chair.
I like
This
it.
doesn't look like something would be in a Baptist church.
It is. That was the
They are?
pastors, and these were the deacons' chairs.
I like this chair. Feels more like a Santa Claus chair though.
We use it
Yeah,
for
it does.
Santa. Yeah.
I don't feel it. And that's one way you can tell fake psychics. They'll make up all this bull crap. Oh yes, if I don't feel anything, I'm not going to make
Well,
up a
see,
story.
and that was when she was coming up with all this stuff. I'm like, I don't think so. It was a story that was just too much for me. And when you go back down, if you pick up anything more on your guardian, let me know, because I know who it is. At least I think I know who
Well,
it
it's
is.
funny that because when I came here, it was like they were like, I'm only going to let people through that I like, and you know, we're all good.
Well, I've been told by several psychics that if anything ever attacks me here in the thing, he's coming to my rescue.
Awesome, like Ben for me, huh, Maria?
Yeah.
I have an interesting story. The Seven Sisters Inn in Florida that they had there. I did group readings in this room, and Maria would light the candelabra, it's
Yeah.
flames. So I had my hair all big and sprayed, hair sprayed. I get all into it, and I don't notice what's going on. So there's a spirit there named Ben Reinauer who I met first when I first came there, and he's been my buddy. So I'm doing a reading, and suddenly everybody's going, oh, your hair's on fire, and I backed into the candelabra. Didn't know. You know that chicken feather stinky smell?
Yeah.
It was that way, and all of a sudden in my head I said, Ben, help, and immediately it went out, and all the stink went away.
By itself.
And there were, you know, and it didn't
Wow.
linger or anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Wow.
thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's here. He's in Ohio.